Hello guys, you are seeing Prime News Australia, where we show you the latest and important news of Australia in the fastest and reliable way. So come, let's start by not delaying 25 big updates of the Australia, especially for you. Before proceeding in the video, comment by commenting from which state you are watching, and also like video so that YouTube can reach this video to more people of Australia.
Authorities in Sydney have announced a major public transport upgrade aimed at reducing peak hour congestion. The plan includes additional metro services, smarter traffic signaling, and expanded bus routes in suburban areas. Officials say the project will improve daily commuting for nearly 2 million residents and reduce carbon emissions by encouraging people to shift from private vehicles to public transport. The Melbourne government has unveiled a new housing affordability package focusing on first-time buyers. Measures include stamp duty concessions, low-interest shared equity schemes, and incentives for developers to build affordable apartments. Housing advocates have welcomed the move, though some experts warn supply-side reforms must continue to ensure long-term price stability. The New South Wales Rural Fire Service has begun early bushfire preparedness drills ahead of the next fire season. The program includes community awareness campaigns, controlled burns, and equipment upgrades. Authorities are urging residents in high-risk areas to prepare emergency kits and stay informed through official warning channels during extreme weather events. The federal government has approved a major expansion project at Brisbane Airport to handle growing passenger traffic. The plan includes a new terminal wing, upgraded baggage systems, and improved public transport access. Officials say the expansion will create thousands of jobs and strengthen Queensland's position as a key international travel hub. A large-scale solar and wind energy project has been launched near Perth, marking a significant investment in renewable power. The project is expected to supply electricity to over 200,000 homes. State leaders say the initiative supports Australia's clean energy goals while boosting regional employment and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. The government in Canberra has introduced new education reforms focusing on digital learning and teacher training. Schools will receive funding for modern classrooms and updated curricula. Officials believe the reforms will better prepare students for future job markets, particularly in technology and science-related fields. Wine producers around Adelaide have reported a sharp rise in exports to Asian and European markets. Industry leaders credit improved trade relations and strong global demand for premium Australian wines. The growth has provided a boost to regional economies and increased employment in vineyard and logistics sectors. Tourism operators in Tasmania are seeing a strong recovery, with visitor numbers nearing pre-pandemic levels. Popular destinations such as national parks and coastal towns are experiencing high bookings. The state government is promoting ecotourism and sustainable travel to protect natural attractions while supporting local businesses. Authorities on the Gold Coast have introduced new beach safety measures ahead of the holiday season. Additional lifeguards, improved signage, and drone monitoring will be deployed. Officials say the steps aim to reduce drowning incidents and ensure a safer experience for both locals and international tourists. A multinational defense exercise has commenced near Darwin, involving forces from several allied nations. The drills focus on disaster response, maritime security, and joint operations. Defense officials say the exercise strengthens regional cooperation and enhances Australia's readiness to respond to both military and humanitarian challenges. The technology startup ecosystem in Sydney continues to grow, with several firms securing international funding. Entrepreneurs cite strong university research support and government grants as key factors. Analysts believe Australia is emerging as a competitive innovation hub in the Asia-Pacific region, particularly in fintech and artificial intelligence sectors. Melbourne's iconic tram network is undergoing modernization, with new low-floor trams and upgraded stops. Transport officials say the changes will improve accessibility for elderly and disabled passengers. The project is also expected to reduce delays and maintenance costs, making public transport more reliable across the city. The Queensland government has announced a comprehensive flood mitigation strategy after recent heavy rains. The plan includes new drainage infrastructure, riverbank reinforcement, and improved early warning systems. Community leaders have welcomed the initiative, calling it vital for protecting homes and agriculture. A safety review has been launched across mining operations in Western Australia following several workplace incidents. Regulators will assess compliance, training standards, and emergency response systems. Mining companies have pledged full cooperation, emphasizing their commitment to worker safety and sustainable operations. A fresh debate on climate policy has emerged in Canberra as lawmakers discuss new emissions targets. Environmental groups are urging stronger commitments, while industry representatives call for balanced policies. The government says it aims to reduce emissions without harming economic growth or employment. The Port of Hobart is set for redevelopment to accommodate larger vessels and cruise ships. The project includes upgraded docking facilities and improved cargo handling systems. Officials believe the development will boost trade and tourism while creating long-term economic benefits for the region. New funding has been allocated to expand the healthcare workforce in Sydney hospitals. The initiative focuses on recruiting nurses, paramedics, and mental health professionals. Health authorities say the move will reduce patient waiting times and improve service delivery across public health facilities. Melbourne will host a major cultural festival celebrating art, music, and multicultural communities. Organizers expect thousands of visitors, boosting local businesses and tourism. The event will feature international performers, food markets, and exhibitions, highlighting the city's reputation as Australia's cultural capital. The Australian dollar showed moderate movement in global markets following new economic data. Analysts attribute the shift to changes in commodity prices and interest rate expectations. Economists advise businesses to remain cautious amid ongoing global financial uncertainty. Authorities in Sydney have launched a new water conservation campaign as dam levels show early signs of decline. The initiative encourages households to reduce water usage through efficient appliances and mindful consumption. Officials say proactive measures now can help avoid stricter restrictions later, especially if rainfall remains below average in coming months. The Victoria government has announced a statewide road safety crackdown targeting speeding and drink driving. Additional police patrols and mobile speed cameras will be deployed during weekends and late nights. Authorities say the move follows a rise in road fatalities this year and aims to improve driver behavior through strict enforcement and awareness campaigns. Farmers across regional Australia are facing increased production costs due to higher fuel prices and fertilizer expenses. Agricultural groups warn that continued cost pressures could impact food prices nationwide. The federal government says it is reviewing support measures, including subsidies and tax relief, to help farmers manage rising expenses while maintaining stable food supply chains. Trade activity at Fremantle Port has recorded steady growth, driven by increased exports of minerals and agricultural products. Port authorities report improved shipping efficiency and infrastructure upgrades as key factors. The growth is expected to strengthen Western Australia's economy and create additional employment opportunities in logistics and transport sectors. Australia's national rail freight network is receiving significant upgrades to improve efficiency. The project includes track modernization and digital monitoring systems. Transport officials say the improvements will reduce delivery times, lower costs for businesses, and support long-distance supply chains. The federal government has announced increased funding for Indigenous community programs across Australia. The package supports education, healthcare, and employment initiatives. Indigenous leaders say the funding is a positive step, but stress the importance of long-term partnerships and community-led decision-making. A new environmental study has begun to assess water quality in Sydney Harbour. Scientists will monitor pollution levels and marine biodiversity. The findings are expected to guide future conservation policies and ensure sustainable use of the iconic harbour. Melbourne authorities have revealed plans to upgrade community sports facilities across the city. The initiative focuses on grassroots participation and youth development. Officials say improved infrastructure will encourage healthier lifestyles and support the next generation of athletes. Several Australian universities have secured increased research funding for science and medical innovation. The grants will support projects in renewable energy, biotechnology, and public health. Education leaders say the funding strengthens Australia's global research standing.